Larbi is president of the National Union of Ghana Students. You've been following the conversation. What do you see when it comes to education in Ghana, but especially at the tertiary level and maybe vocational level? And you can also chip in the bit about the user fees of the various institutions at the tertiary level, approved by Parliament, and the entire storm that has raised. I've listened to you talk about those issues. The University of Ghana, for example, has come to talk about Parliament's approval and how they delayed this from the 2020-2021 academic year, 2021-2022 academic year, and now they're enforcing it. What are the gray areas, the problematic areas with these? Dennis?
Thank you very much, Benjamin. I first of all want to talk about a bit on the basic education level before I zoom into the tertiary
Go ahead.
level. I think that from the beginning of the year, last year, the National Union of Ghana Students committed ourselves to a rigorous research into basic school infrastructure levels. And we came out to say that there is a huge deficit that exists, and the deficit is a deficit that can be cleared easily. Our position was that at the basic school level, there's some of the nuances or some of the issues that exist in infrastructure deficits. It's not something that will take the country so much in order to clear. We estimated a total of about $500 to $800 million over a period of 3 to 5 years in order to ensure that all schools under trees are eliminated. But unfortunately, because we are doing about 95% basic school enrollment average, it looks like there is low political commitment towards that. In our meeting with the president on 2 occasions, we have brought to his attention that it could be a legacy for himself and his administration. So we want to focus on the basic school infrastructure. Currently, we are doing a project in Upper East. We are building a school for some of the communities in Upper East, and the conditions under which young children, and I listened to Mr. Musa when he spoke about the basic school infrastructure conditions, and it is pathetic. If you look at some of the conditions, schools under trees, you would ask yourself if indeed we are a middle income status, that we subject students to have classmates with goats, sheep, and what have you. It's something that we have spoken about. Though we believe that increment in capitation grant is good, we would have to focus on the infrastructure deficit that exists in that area. And on the issue of secondary, I won't speak much about that because I think that it is one area which is seeing so much improvement. I believe that if we give it time, it will get better. But on the bit of the Kenyan example, Kenya, as we speak now, is not doing free SHS. Kenya is doing subsidized SHS. From the student quarters, we believe that what is draining this country is not the 5 billion that we spend on free SHS. Mind you, the Auditor General's report indicates about 10 billion lost to wastages and loopholes. If that 10 billion, even half of it is made, is brought back, that alone could be a good cushioning for the free SHS.
Dennis, quick point before you continue. I think the point you're making is moot. We all accept that. The only difference is that people are still questioning whether it's 2 billion, 1.2 billion, or 5 billion that we're pumping into free SHS. How can we streamline it in terms of equity and in terms of ensuring that those who can pay can actually pay? Because any gains made there will shore up our economy and could be diverted to other sectors, including infrastructure for schools. So the point is not about people lamenting that too much money is going into education. It's about streamlining it. I felt that point had to be clarified.
Ben, the question we need to ask ourselves is that, first of all, is that the problem that we are facing? The problem is lack of funding. It's not that the funding that is coming, we have a problem with it. The lack of funding is a matter of government. It's a matter of finding money to fill in the void. Not to say that the little we are taking there should be used in a different way. We believe that more should be pumped there. And that is our simple presentation. On the issue of funding, we believe that it is not wrong to pump 5 billion into education if we are spending 10 billion on wastages. That is what we want to make clear, that the country is spending so much on things that could be saved to pump into free SHS. On the issue of equity, I believe that it will rather it will rather create much more of a problem in our system of differentiation if we attempt to go that line. We are not there yet. We don't have a robust statistical system. We don't have a robust measuring mechanism to initiate anything called true equity at this stage. But I'll leave that conversation to a better time since the metrics are quite detailing.
Just a little bit.